Hi, my name is April Chandler, and I'm a member of CCRA, and we are celebrating Court Reporting Captioning Week. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about captioning. I started court reporting in the early 90s at the courthouse, and I transitioned in the mid 90s to captioning. And I had moved back to where I'm originally from, Ohio, and was asked to travel and show some colleges what captioning is about. Although at that time, we didn't call it captioning. We didn't really have a name. We more or less referred to it as interpreting or captioning interpreting. Um, and when I started that, I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. I just thought it was really cool going to these colleges. And not only did I go to these colleges, but one of the colleges said, we love what this is about, but we want her to work here for 6 months and start our program. Boy, did I not know what I was in for. I had been a court reporter for maybe 3 years, and I went to school and we didn't really have conflict-free theories. And so we had to kind of figure it out. So I decided to buy a book and work through different conflicts. And once I met the students that needed the service, I realized how important this career really is. The students were what we call today mainstreamed. So they didn't know sign language, and they had been in high schools where there were maybe 20 or less students. And so they were doing fine. But all of a sudden they were in this new world of college, and there were up to 200 students, and they missed what the professors would say. Say if they turned around and wrote on the board and turned around and said, so what's the answer? And they can only read lips, and they're thinking, well, what's the question? So when I started captioning these classes, I realized how much I love it, how much I love learning every day, and I love making a difference. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about some of my experiences in case some of you are interested in joining our world. We have been met with the last 6 months what we would call a perfect storm in captioning. It's been very trying. People that normally would meet in person, we've all been remote, and I'm sure that affects a lot of the court reporters as well. And I'm very proud to say that we have met the challenge. I would like to encourage any of you, whether if you're a student, if you're a court reporter, maybe you're tired of those transcripts, or if you are getting ready to graduate as a student, I encourage you to look into this. And I have just some suggestions that I would like to maybe have you start off with. One is work on your conflicts, maybe just 1 or 2 a day. That's what I did. I had sticky notes, and just try and improve, because you do need to be conflict free. The second suggestion is have 2 or 3 alphabets. So it's almost impossible to have every single word in the alphabet in your dictionary. So you're going to have to learn to fingerspell, and I'm sure most of you can do that already. Also, turn on your captions on TV. Turn on the world news and see, boy, what do some of those people do? You learn a lot by watching. Also, what I did right away is I took a sign language class. And while a lot of our consumers don't know sign language, they may know just the alphabet. It's nice to say, hey, my name is April, and it's nice to meet you. It's just showing that you're just trying really hard to understand their culture. And then as well, maybe take a cultural class, deaf studies. There's so much more to just sitting down and captioning. As well, if you can be mentored, I think that would be something, if to sit with a captioner and learn a little bit about what we do. There's many different platforms. I can share a little bit with what I've done over the years, and I don't like everything. You know, there might be some instances where you prefer some things than others. I love education. I love trainings. I've captioned different presidents and church services. Actually, we finished at Episcopal Diocese Convention this morning. Always a challenge. I've captioned the Stanley Cup, which I thought was actually sailing until I got there and realized, oh boy. The CES trade show, different trainings, which I love to learn, different classes, masters in business. And so if you don't like one thing, it doesn't mean give it up. Try something else. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I just wanted to say, you know, it's a wonderful career. I am loving what I do, and I hope some of you will consider joining the captioning world. And last but not least, if you're not a member of CCRA, join CCRA and join our advisory group. We have a lot of fun, and there's never a dull moment. Thanks a lot.